What's happening, everyone? Happy Sunday, friends, man. Just another day in paradise. I want to get some drawing in. There's a little window, a little time window, and I gotta hustle. I gotta hustle to get some drawing in. So I'm gonna be drawing some shapes here that are supposed to signify like the wrist and hand. It's from the book George Bridgman's Constructive Anatomy, and we're just gonna get some drawing in for a little bit. There's some practice, trying to get in a little bit each day. For the most part, I'm pretty successful at that. I'm not always successful, but I am. I try my best to at least try to accomplish my goal of getting in some time or some drawing in for the day. And as I said, sometimes I am successful, sometimes not, which is kind of funny because you think being able to squeeze in like 30 minutes to like 10 minutes to 40 minutes a day is easy, like you could just kind of squeeze that in your daily task. And sometimes it's not, man. Like sometimes for me, like I'll get home and I'll get home at like 1 a.m. It's been a long day, right? And I didn't get the draw for the day, and all I really have time to do is like just eat and go to bed. Like, yeah, in theory, I can in theory, after I eat, stay up like 30 minutes later or 10 minutes later and do a little bit of drawing. But sometimes, man, I just feel like, man, let's just go to bed. Let's just kind of get this out of the way. And then you'll have sometimes you have individuals that say that's unacceptable. You just can't do that. Like you should just be on point 24/7, 7 days a week, 365. And then, I don't know how I feel about that, but just a pleasant Sunday and trying to do my due diligence and get some work in for the day. That's about it, really. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else fantastic. Just working on these shapes here. George Bridgman is really good at simplifying forms to describe the figure. And oftentimes, and with drawing in general, drawing is not always about like how clean your marks are and how crisp your lines are or your ability to do detail. Oftentimes, art, and with a lot of things, is your ability to simplify forms and your ability to see things and simplify them. And that is something that isn't, it's not taught. And I'm not sure that it's like you can teach it. I mean, you can give some suggestions. You can talk about how you can as a beginning artist, how you can look at shapes or look at an object and break it down into simple shapes, and that would be like your circle or sphere, right? Your cylinder, right? That'd be a cylinder, and then your block-like shapes. Oh gosh, I'm awful at blocks. I can't draw cubes under pressure. That'd be your like block shape. So your ability to take a cylinder, a sphere, or a circle and a block and to kind of mold them into forms is a skill that you can give demos on. You can kind of talk about it to someone who's trying to learn, but really that type of visual sight, you have to train yourself to kind of start seeing those things. You can, when you give an example to a person who's learning, that it makes sense to them when you draw it out to them, but when you ask them to take an object and to simplify it into simple forms, oftentimes the translation doesn't work, right? Because they're not able to see an object and break it down into simple shapes because they just can't see it yet. They haven't trained themselves to look at those shapes. And it just takes some time. Really not much else to say, man, about like today, like just Sunday. I'm just like happy that I actually squeezed in a little bit of time today. Like there was an opening in my quote unquote schedule, my schedule, quote unquote schedule, and I decided, well, let's go get this. Let's go knock out some drawing and knock out a little video, and then that way I can say, hey man, mission accomplished. The day was a success. Today no, like don't you? No, never mind. Today was a success. That's all I can say. Mission accomplished. Challenge accepted. What is going on here? I don't know. Is this supposed to be like fingers? Anyways, sometimes just getting this drawing in. You don't see what I'm drawing because it's under a lot of like. Well, right here, this whatever this garbage is right here, this is work I did as a kid, and I'm just reusing an old sketchbook that isn't finished, and I'm just reusing it, and because I need to finish it. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh my gosh, I don't know where I was going with that at all. All right. Well, anyways, this video is crashing. This is a crashing video. Is this supposed to be a thumb? Maybe? I don't know. Don't ask me. Anyways, I've been using the word anyways way too much. So if you're wondering why I draw on old pages like this, it's because why not? There's times where I feel like the page needs a bunch of layering, or I want to capitalize on some drawing space. If you ever, I know that when you're like first starting out, sometimes you'll like on every sketchbook, there's sketchbook page. There's just like one thing on the page, and then it's like sometimes it's the polar opposite. Like there'll be a ton of things. I like to just fill up the entire page full of things here. Just trying to fill it up with a bunch of imagery and drawings and then at the very least, even though the drawings may or may not be good looking, they at least there's a lot to look at, and so that's kind of cool. Oh man, what do I gotta do today? Well, after this is it, man. This is a successful day. Any day that I get a little bit of work in, I'm a little bit of drawing in, it's like great, good job. Pat yourself on the back, and you can go to bed knowing that you I guess accomplished something. I don't know, whatever that means. This will be, when I post this, what will it be? It will be day 71, 81. I don't know. I totally forgot. But anyways, we're getting there. We're getting up on the, what day is this? We're getting up on time, actually. This is 8 minutes. I have 8 minutes and 30 seconds on this video. Oh my gosh, I am just out of it right now. That's what happens when you find a window of opportunity to get some work in. And sometimes when you know there's this small little window of time that you can work on something, and you kind of rush it, right? And so that's what's happening right now. I'm rushing it. I'm trying to get I'm trying to maximize or get a little bit of time in before I have to end the video or have to stop drawing, essentially. So I did a few things. I did this shape here. I did this shape. This is supposed to be the top of your hand. This is another blocky shape. This is another blocky shape. This is a pretty good hand right here. It looks pretty close to the drawing that I copied from, and that's pretty good. It's always good to get close to what you're trying to draw. Anyways, that's that, man. What a bad video. Thank you so much. You all rock. Enjoy your Sunday. Cheers.